Let me tell you a little story, got some news I want to share. Let's discuss the world of politics and ideas we can't compare. Let me give you some perspective on the way things seem to be. Moving forward with our medicines and all technology. That the world is full of stranger things that we can't comprehend. Full of creatures from another world and conspiracies, my friend. Tell me more about the chemicals that are active in our brains. When we feel the thing that we call love ties and something change.
On the JAG Show. On the JAG Show. On the JAG Show.
Welcome one, welcome all to another episode of the JAG Show.
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
What's up? What's going on, everybody? I'm one of your hosts. I'm JD, Man United. Yeah, I fucking interrupted my train of thought, goddammit, and all I had to say was my name. That's all. I'm JD myself.
JD Man.
JD Mansell.
What the fuck? Hell yeah! The whole song, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I like that.
Yeah. I like a lot of guys.
Hey man, don't ruin the song for everybody.
It's got a YMCA.
Yeah, it's very, like very united, I guess.
Hey man, you know
a lot
what?
of dudes
I don't
united.
give a fuck. It's the best, the greatest football team of all time, Manchester United.
Okay. Question.
Fuck yeah.
I, as a person who really doesn't really give a fuck about sports, what made Man United like right inside? It's inside you.
Oh,
Deep.
It has to be. Well, it didn't start off with the history.
Okay.
Hold on, let's put that on pause. Let me tell you how little Jason Dubois got into Manchester United.
Little Jason.
Little baby.
So once upon a time, there was a
Little baby.
There's a little baby
Inside you.
Nah, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't get into soccer until a little later in my life.
Right.
My dad was always into soccer. He would take me to his soccer games
All right.
as a little kid and whatnot.
Shout out.
But I didn't get into it until. Damn, what did you eat, dude? You just burped. And
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it. Like caca.
Este tu boca, güey.
No, but so I remember I started getting into soccer more around maybe 2006.
All right.
7, and at that point, you know, it was pretty much a dream team. They had Wayne Rooney, they had Nemanja Vidic, they had
And how many guys are those?
Huh?
Was that one guy?
No.
Oh,
multiple guys.
Man Juice.
Nemanja Vidic. Hell yeah.
He just likes multiple guys. You know?
Oh, gotcha. That's the
No,
first guy.
Ryan Giggs, just to name a few.
Those are legendary
of the
fools or
fucking
what?
Estrellas, and
okay.
And so I remember watching a few games, Manchester United, and I remember watching Wayne Rooney, and I was like, damn, this guy's really fucking good.
I've seen that fool, one of those crazy ass videos on YouTube, you know, like compilations or whatever.
Yeah,
I saw that fool make a goal from fucking halfway.
Yeah. That was, He was like, fuck it, it's now or never. Bah.
It's now or never. Wipe out, mate.
And so, and that very goal,
Wayne Rooney.
That very goal, they compared it to this a similar goal that David Beckham did back in fucking his heyday.
When he was virile.
But you know, from half the fucking court. And
gotcha.
And so, you know, things like that got me attracted to the style of soccer that they played.
For sure.
I was just like, oh, you know what, this team's really good.
I'm in it.
I'm gonna follow a little more.
I'm inside.
And then after that, you know, they just penetrated my asshole.
Of fandom.
But yeah,
it wasn't the short shorts.
It wasn't.
it was also the short shorts.
Okay.
I mean, who are we kidding? let's what are they? Dolphin pants, dolphin shorts, or is that for basketball?
To be honest, I don't even know what the fuck they're called, but like those little mini basketball shorts.
They're comfortable, but your nuts fall out of it.
Well, I mean,
The
if you
dick
got,
slips,
hey,
you know?
dude, what are you gonna do if you got a big dick?
I'm just nuts.
Oh, okay.
Just
like a big ass fucking tanque nutsack.
Yeah. It's like 2 avocados.
And of course we got
The blimps.
with the fucking tanque nutsack. We got Jimmy right here.
What's
going
up,
on?
everybody? How is everyone?
Where's
I
your
don't know.
fucking shit?
He's all elephant ears and no trunk, you know?
It's just, it's a lot of, it's very, very sad.
It's fucking two melons, but like a little mini banana.
Yeah. Like
A little short.
it's an innie. It's more of an innie than an outie.
Is it a?
Sorry, mom.
Is it a grower, not a shower?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, all right. Hey, there you go. Damn, who is this?
This is Snake Eyes again.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've been on the. I did this. It's a demo. They've only had one that I know of, and it's only 8 minutes, right? So it gives you only 8 minutes, an only 8 minute demo. But there's like 5 tracks. You know how those songs were back in the day.
Metallica? Like what the fuck?
I think it's called an LP.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. But it's good. I recommend it. It's on YouTube under Snake Eyes demo, 2005.
And you know what? Like it's crazy because being a musician. And Pablo, you know that you would know that too.
I'm sort of a musician.
No, well, you're a vocalist. That's a musician, man. I mean, we're all musicians, and so creating something for that long, we know it's not an easy fucking thing to do.
Nah.
Like
It's an art, man.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You have to hone it.
Exactly.
Keeping it up too.
You gotta sharpen it like a sharpened axe. you know?
Exactly. There's so many things that go into making a song. just a regular size song.
Yeah.
So imagine making that for fucking 8 minutes, remembering every little piece that you have, every transition that goes into it.
Yeah.
It's definitely. Hey, let's start a band. What's up?
All right.
Yeah.
The Leva.
Of course, we got Dre Day all day. What's going on, Dre?
What up, Dre?
Pain away. Fuck the pain away. Fuck the pain away.
Yeah.
Fuck the pain away.
Titties came out.
Dre Day titties. Yeah. Come on.
Titties brought to you by Preston Brewing. Border X.
All right.
Say it again, who?
Preston Brewing or Chata Gold.
Hey,
All
shout out.
Shout out to Preston Brewery. Preston, right?
Hey, it's Preston Brewing.
Preston Brewing.
Hey, we gotta go check that out, man.
Yummy,
Hey,
yummy.
everything's starting to fucking open up again.
That's what she said.
Everything's
Finally.
a little more relaxed.
Yeah. Are you
trails
still afraid?
opened up,
Are you
the
still guys still scared?
Nah, I haven't been afraid for a long time.
Yeah.
Look at this. I have the mask
Since
right
day
here.
one.
I thought that was your G-string. Look.
Yeah.
He brought it balled in like that. Like, hey guys, look, I finally.
No.
Hey,
Look,
man.
It's his one.
You know
boob,
what? You
bra,
call it
know?
a G-string. I call it ingenuity. All right.
When in doubt.
When you don't have a mask, use your G-string, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Use your G-string.
Yeah. Or someone's.
And of course, we have another special guest. This was a hard decision, and I'm still kind of doubting it all the time. But why not give it a shot? We got special guest host Pablito PBL. What's going on, man?
PBL. How are you?
How are you, man?
Fucking shit has been crazy, bro.
Why is that? Well, what's going on?
Pues todo encerrado y, like not.
Yeah.
I mean, I live with my mom, to be honest,
Uh-huh.
and she's in the 65 and up category, so
Okay.
I try to limit my exposure when I come out,
Yeah, you try to not expose yourself.
at all.
At
you
all?
know?
To
Yeah.
anyone?
Yeah.
I mean, I work at a school, and so.
Oh, okay. But you expose yourself there at the school.
No.
But-
That's the thing. I've been working from home.
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
But the
So
thing
you
is,
send like video clips to all the kids of you exposing yourself? Like,
How dare you? First of all, how dare you?
hey, they don't know about that. What are you talking about? No. No, I do mostly like support with like the website and just all the
Oh, the
office.
porno? Yeah.
All the office porno. See?
okay.
You know?
You clear the browsing.
I reveal
the history.
You
inch,
clear all the.
and
You clear the principal's browser.
hype shit up.
The
Yeah.
vice principal.
He downloads all the nudes from all the laptops, keeps them in a folder, life insurance.
No. I instruct all the teachers,
I could
how to
totally-
delete their browsing history. So
I could totally picture Pablo like, God damn it, fucking Jim, not again. You're the principal for fuck's sake.
Delete. Oh.
no. You should just say one.
Oh, fine.
All right, so check it
It
out.
only takes one.
Speaking of browser history, so now government agencies like the FBI and
Oh,
the
yeah,
NSA
they don't need
and
a
the CIA,
warrant.
yes, they don't need a warrant
They don't need one.
to view your browser history
Browser
anymore.
history, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go home.
Next episode, unfortunately,
looks
PBL will not be joining us anymore. Straight from fucking prison,
He's
live.
streaming it behind the glass.
You know what? I could Skype from prison. Yeah.
Oh shit! Look, there we go. Look. So Senate votes to allow FBI to look at your web browsing history without a warrant.
Crazy.
How
But
do
how
you
do
guys,
they?
how do you guys feel about that? I mean, honestly, do you have anything on your browser, honestly, aside from porn?
No,
but
hell
like
no.
anything else that
I'm not
would
stupid.
incriminate you in any way?
Yes.
Nah. Well,
no.
Oh, you know what though? A shout out to like 20 years ago, right?
Okay.
When it was still like America Online and all that bullshit.
Oh yeah. Welcome. You've got mail.
I downloaded a book I shouldn't have.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, at least it's considered a banned book that
Let me
now.
guess. The
What do they call it? The something cookbook? The anarchist
Yes,
cookbook.
yeah, anarchist.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that
really?
computer's long gone, by the way, guys. That computer cost $400 and it's destroyed.
That's true.
It's in
but
his
he
garage.
still did it. So
Whether
I
it
mean,
was me or not, I had it on the computer that I was using at the time.
Just download it onto a flash drive and hand it over to everybody else.
Yeah,
I say
but
you
it-
check everything.
Anarchy.
Check his phone too.
That
That has browsing history. So I mean, might
It's
as
gonna
well.
be a lot of boring
Wait,
stuff.
you know what? Like something really strange happened today, where I was just haphazardly.
Jacking off?
Haphazardly.
That was earlier. No. I was haphazardly just talking to my mom.
Uh-huh.
You know, about COVID-19 and like some of the stuff that I've seen like on Instagram, right?
Sex.
Yeah. What's it
Everything
feel like?
has to do with sex.
What does it feel like the first time?
It's a normal day-to-day thing, you know.
With your mom?
Hey, you ever talk to your mom?
Too
about,
far. Too far.
Hey, you ever talk to your mom about eating ass by accident? Like,
It leads to eating ass.
No, you know what? No. You know what? True story. There was one time. This was like in high school. I was doing homework, and at the time, I was actually using a pencil. Right.
Okay.
By then,
Alright.
you use pens, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I asked her like, "Hey, do you have an eraser, right?" You know what she does? She hands me a penis eraser.
Yeah.
So,
Your mom knows how to party.
yeah, my mom's cool. My mom's
Hey,
cool.
she got it from a
I can talk
bachelorette
to her about
party.
anything, really. To be honest.
one.
See, that's
So-
good. I mean, honestly, I don't think I'd be able to talk to my parents
you
about.
can't cross that line?
Nah.
No?
Those are my folks.
it's
You know,
better- it's
I hold them sacred. Like I
better-
Mama.
wouldn't be able to.
Hey, it's better than trying to look for money in your parents' drawer and you see your mom's dildos.
You never asked.
Flashback.
You've never asked your mom like, "Hey, how do you eat ass?"
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
How do
saying.
you pleasure a woman, mom?
Yeah. How do you like to get pleasure?
Mom, I'm
Too far. Too far.
Perdóname.
Too soon?
Perdóname.
Not yet.
I could totally see your mom like, "Ay no, Dios mío."
Oh, you can see my mom? Huh?
No, you see her.
I'm glad I have your blessing, man.
She starts like, praying the rosary.
Oh, she starts praying for you?
No. Okay. But getting back to what I was saying, it's
Uh-huh.
like, I shit you not. Like I was just haphazardly talking to her about COVID-19 shit that I've seen. There was like this one video of a technician that was installing like some sort of circuit board,
Okay.
and on the circuit board it said COVID-19.
Okay.
And so he was trying to, I don't know what the video was suggesting. In the little comments, it was saying, what is it to activate some sort of like nanotechnology that's eventually will be implemented in the vaccines
But the
and
thing
whatnot.
is, like, this is in a
Crazy.
5G tower, right?
Yes, it's a
This is in
5G tower.
5G tower.
What
and,
the fuck?
And before
And he made the video to kind of explode.
before
to expose
stupid ass Angel left, he was talking about that. He was talking about like the correlation between COVID-19 and 5G.
Well,
How this
Wuhan,
is all
China.
yeah.
Wuhan, China was the center, the very first city where they implemented 5G.
Yeah.
You know?
Shit.
And I remember in December was when T-Mobile was, sending all of these advertisements out, through media and whatnot, and just saying, we're rolling out 5G. It's going to be better than anything that we've ever had before. I mean, if you try to get a 5G phone now, you're looking at more than $1,000, out of pocket.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But the speeds are there, And so it's like, I was talking to my mom about this, and Siri just turned on by herself,
No shit.
And I went over to this guy's house
Oh yeah.
today. I started talking about that.
Uh-huh.
And
And
then
Siri turned on.
Siri turned on again. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The thing that you said Was that because it listens to you, right?
Yes.
Because there's a setting on your phone that says, yeah,
But
you
it
allow
never turns on.
Right.
Never. Only
Hey, Siri.
when I've done that. Nothing.
Nothing? Can you say it?
Siri.
And it turned on.
Nothing.
Nothing? What about Hey Siri?
Hey, Siri.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, shit. All right. Well, I didn't say, hey, Siri. Can you just go to sleep? You know, it's like, she's still listening.
Go away.
Go away, Siri.
Go away, Siri. Jesus.
You know, I mean, and nowadays with technology, the way that it is, you know, the way it's programmed, we have AI now. You know, it's like
do you
there are
think
a lot
that's
of
a
things.
threat to us, AI?
It has its pros and its cons.
Uh-huh.
Not me. No, but I mean, it really does have its pros and cons. I mean, I've heard of AI technology that has been able to formulate, let's say, mathematical equations that you know would take so much longer for humans to develop.
Right. Because
But that's
they're like
because
implementing
they
it now.
continually, you know, go through all of these scenarios just so that they could eliminate what works and what doesn't. You know?
Yeah.
And they'll do this within, you know, a matter of hours compared to a matter of years for humans. So,
or a generation.
But nonetheless, man, it's just technology
Well,
has
see,
been
that's the
advancing
thing.
to that point.
That's what people are thinking is a threat. It's just, you know, like the fact that they can, because I read up on like what the potential is for like a computer to calculate like some sort of strategy if they do decide to become conscious and go against us. Like their strategy is gonna dominate us. What would normally take a general, you know, 3-4 hours to put together, to formulate an attack, they can do in a matter of seconds. And so that's the big advantage that machines will have definitely over humans, is that they'll be able to do everything a whole lot quicker, and they'll just fucking take over unless we build something that will eventually, you know, that would be able to take out, you know, every machine in the world, and then we'll be fucking we're starting all over pretty much essentially.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
there will be nothing that we can do.
In my opinion, the best thing would be to integrate both technology and humans.
Like make cyborg.
That way you have, you know, that moral aspect. You have what lines, you know, cannot be crossed. I mean, you already have humans that, you know, have pretty much no regard for human life.
Right.
Bill Gates.
Shout out Bill Gates.
Yeah.
What do you think about Bill Gates? Because Bill Gates has been, according to the media, for the past, you know, 3-4 decades, he's been, you know, a pillar of for the human society. He's been a great technology, but especially when he
depopulation.
Especially when he became part of, you know, a philanthropy project to make running toilets in third world countries or whatnot.
Right.
You know, he became a philanthropist, and people took notice in that, and they're like, oh, what a great human being. He's not only rich, he's not just a rich guy that, you know, only worries about himself. He worries about others too. But now there's this whole controversy and what he's involved in with this whole COVID-19 and technology. What do you think about Bill Gates now?
Well, I mean, what makes him an expert in vaccines? He's not a doctor.
After he got caught from the government, after he got sued by the government and lost, right? He had to leave Microsoft. And so he saw an opening in like the biomedical field or biomedical industry. And he said, all right, I'm going to throw my money at that. And he did. So I guess he read up on it. He became educated about that. And he started buying and making companies that do exactly dealing it with vaccines. However, Bill Gates is a piece of shit. If you look at it as someone who, like, for example, let's say you have your companies, right? Your tech companies. And I'm Bill Gates in the 90s. If you have computer software like Windows 95, 98, right? That was better than mine. I would come by and I would say, hey, Jason Tech, here's $100 million. I'm going to buy you out. And you say, okay, cool. Then I buy your company and I shut it down because you're competition and I don't want you around. Pablo, you have another one. You collaborated with this guy and now you're making your own one that's kind of better and kind of faster than mine. But you know what? I have more money than you. So Pablo, I'm gonna meet with you, and I'm gonna throw $150,000 to you, and you're gonna take it, and I'm gonna buy your company and shut you down because fuck you and fuck you and fuck competition. I'm Bill Gates, bitch.
Well, I mean, that's the name of the game
Capitalism.
when it comes to a monopoly. When it comes to like taking over and being the most powerful. He's a snake, right? Being the most powerful
love
of
Metal
whatever
Gear.
it is that you're doing in the business world. I mean, isn't that the goal? Like to be the best, right?
True.
And so to take out your competition is a part of the
Darwinian
game.
capitalism.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, you can't go overboard. That's the problem. It's like you want to be the best, but you don't want to make it seem like you're taking over everything.
Yeah,
because
you gotta
that's
do
when
it
people
slow.
start worrying about you
Or-
and thinking like, hey, what the fuck is
Or
going on?
allow the competition to rise and flourish.
Or no, you know what? Because honestly, I think, it's better if you don't have competition because you're an original and you have
Yeah.
your company. But honestly, if
have
you
the
do
control.
have competition, and you're doing better than your competition, that just shows your superiority right there.
Yeah.
I mean, not having competition would be ideal. But again, you fall into that thing where it's like, oh, well, he's taking over everything. What the fuck? Fuck this piece of shit.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
then that's when the government stepped in.
Yeah,
and
exactly,
They sued him,
exactly.
and that he can't do that.
But I think honestly, if you're a successful businessman and you have your business, you're doing great, you're doing better than your competition. That just shows your superiority, and I think you should stay right there. That's probably the best scenario of how you will succeed. Is just having your competition and then showing them that, hey, you know what, fuck you, I'm still better than you. You could do whatever you want. I'm still gonna rise above you.
Or why not just buy them out and have them be a part of your team?
Well,
Instead
you
of-
could do that. You could buy them out and then implement, whatever they had going on into whatever you're doing. You put it together. That still goes into, well, fuck, you're taking over now. You're a monopoly. You're Disney.
But
Oh,
then
shit,
again,
we're gonna.
okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, all right.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, you have Disney too. Yeah, I mean, it's like you have all these CEOs that have stepped down,
Right.
and you have other people assuming, their CEOship. I mean, it's just, and it's all being implemented by the government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's a grander scheme in this, but you really have to do your research.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can't. I'm not one to say, at this point. But I've always noticed, that once you do your research, you go missing.
At least if
You
you
know?
start reporting it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Stop it.
No, yeah,
Get
yeah.
some help.
It's kind of crazy, you also gotta be careful. That's why, like, we always joke on the show, like, one of these days, if we go fucking missing,
Yeah, you
You
guys
all
know
know
why.
why.
Yep.
Like-
yeah. You know what? Yeah.
the end.
Yep.
Hey,
It's not too far fetched.
some random weirdos. Angel Martinez says Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes that fucking douchebag.
Uh,
What's up, Angel? What's going on?
tell him to call
Shout out,
in.
shout out.
Hey, they want you to call in 323-743-3731.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And,
sir.
and if anybody else has an opinion on this as well, feel free to call in. Talking about, essentially businesses taking over, setting up a monopoly. What other businesses have become a monopoly? Obviously,
Standard Oil. Well, yeah,
McDonald's?
oil. McDonald's.
Main
McDonald's.
media, to be honest.
Media. They're owned. All the news is owned by
Disney?
5 companies.
Okay.
All
okay.
news is owned
Mhm.
by 5 companies.
CBS.
No. We're talking General Electric.
Oh, okay.
National Enquirer.
National Enquirer. Like, yeah, there's like 5 companies that own all the news. So
Okay.
it's really, really hard to find news that just gives you information
Mhm.
without opinion.
Okay.
Because a lot of these left-leaning, right-leaning news organizations will
Yeah.
give you information plus an opinion, right?
Okay.
It'll be like, look at this asshole, Trump do this and that and the other. Look
Mhm.
what he did. What an asshole.
What a fucking
and then
dick.
and the other side's gonna be like, well, look at what Trump did, but look
Mhm.
at all what he also did. He's
Mhm.
not that much of an asshole. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So it's really hard to just get information where this is what happened on this day.
Mhm.
This is what was said, and this is what happened.
Right.
So you
There's
gotta
there's
really
always
like
gonna be a
Pablo said,
bias.
you gotta
There's-
do your research.
That's the thing, is like there's always going to be a bias. You're always going to be on one side or the other. You can't just say like, nah. I mean, short of for a fact this, like, let's just say serial killers. Okay, this fucker murdered you can't really justify any of his fucking murders, you know.
You're right.
But I mean, when it comes to like news like that, okay, you know, there's always two sides. There's always going to be, you know, the people against Donald Trump and then the Trump supporters.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the fuck he does, no matter how stupid it is, Mr. Trump, you know, there's always going to be somebody supporting that. And there's really nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, and remember, guys, it doesn't matter what side you are. They just want to keep you stupid and separated. So, you know, do your own research in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make your own opinions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was 100%, you know, non-Donald Trump supporter.
Okay.
You know?
And now you are.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's like,
And now
you
you
know,
give him a double-handed twisty with the gaga?
no, just a double-handed twisted. That's it.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like you kind of have to follow, you know, where the rabbit hole goes, you know?
Mm.
And there have been like a lot of statements, you know, from him, little innuendos, I guess, in a way, of things that he said in the past. I mean, right now you have, what is it, the quantum, the Q movement or whatever.
Oh,
that's
QAnon?
behind- Yeah,
Yeah.
QAnon, where, you know, they're behind Trump, and all these, like, you know, Instagram pages that, you know, I think one of them is like Q mail drop and whatnot. They try to insinuate a lot of like connections between the people that Trump has put into certain offices and whatnot, and that there's a storm coming, right?
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, I don't know shit about it, you know, to be honest. And a lot of times, like, when it comes to like Instagram, it's like anybody can put anything out. I mean, you have YouTube, you have Instagram, you have all these Facebook, you know, where they'll take things down.
Yeah.
And again, honestly, in my opinion, I don't know who to believe. You know, and you have Trump calling out shit for, like, you know, fake news, this and that. But at the same time,
are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Taking the words out of my mouth. You know?
It's just crazy. It's because it just goes to show, like, you really can't trust anyone. You know, with any information that is put out, it might be true. It might be a whole bunch of bullshit. You never fucking know.
Yeah.
Let's let's talk a little bit more about COVID and what's going on with things opening up. The president, different states opening up again.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? So, like, Alabama's opening up again, Georgia,
God, please, no,
Florida, obviously. A lot of people are giving those states fucking, you know, a lot of grief.
They're letting them, right? They're letting them go out.
Because they're letting them.
Hey, who cares about Alabama? Who
No,
cares about Georgia?
No, but the thing is,
New
like,
York.
what people are
LA.
saying is, like, hey, you're gonna fuck this up again for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that? I mean, in California right now, obviously, like, the beaches are opening up again.
Yeah.
I recently went to Manhattan Beach to go see, like, the red tide and the bioluminescent waves and whatnot. It was pretty nice. It wasn't as blue as I thought it would be. I guess the red tide was already fucking leaving.
You need to check the red tide.
That's what I was trying. I was trying to fucking search that shit up
I
on
went to
the
Long
internet,
Beach.
and I couldn't find all I found was, like, either Venice Beach or Manhattan Beach.
These nuts.
And these nuts.
That were blue.
But Pablo, how do you feel about everything that's going on?
The reopening?
Everything opening up
Look,
again.
Everybody's been sheltering in place, right?
Stupid.
And to be honest, I saw this video of these two doctors. They owned a chain of urgent cares.
Okay.
So I kind of spoke with this about this with my sister. She's a professor at Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Hey.
where Jade
Go
and Marcel went
Titans!
to.
Go Titans!
And
Shout out.
And I mean, her thing is, I mean, she's very educated. I respect her so deeply. And the thing is that you always have to ask, you know, where are these people coming from? And they suggested that from all of their their data, that pretty much what we're doing is just halting the rise of COVID. You know,
Okay.
it's at this point, the way that the hospitals have been working or have been staffed
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of doctors are just, you know, what's the word?
Postponing.
No. It's like they've been just kind of pushed aside because everybody is at home.
Uh-huh.
You know, all of these people are not working. You have entire floors of hospitals that are empty,
Yeah.
and you have all of these doctors that are just focusing on COVID-19.
Uh-huh.
And essentially, I mean, what is it that we're doing at this point? I mean, ICUs, according to them,
Mm-hmm.
for their hospitals, you know, aren't actually at full capacity. I remember reading something about how in New York, Trump had dispatched a naval cruiser, you know, specifically for the hospitals to kind of take
Another one.
COVID-19
Patients?
patients
Okay.
where they weren't. And you have all these hospitals that were actually upset at the fact that, you know, their presence there was not even really needed. Or
was just
not
for
even-
show?
Or
It was all just for
all
show.
for show.
Fucking asshole.
So, I mean, unless you're on the front lines, I mean, I'm not trying to say that, you know, COVID-19 is not deadly. I'm not trying to say, I mean, I had a personal friend where both of his parents actually became very ill.
Okay.
Fortunately enough, they did, you know, survive,
Yeah.
and they are in recovery,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. That's good.
You know, through one of our mutual friends, you know, we heard of one of their friends where their father actually did pass away.
Yeah.
And again, it's, I mean, under normal circumstances, without so much focus being on COVID-19, again, I'm not comparing it to the common flu,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, when people have pre-existing conditions,
Mm-hmm.
when they have a lowered immunity, they have a lowered immune system,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they're gonna pass away.
Yeah.
You know, and
Their immune system is gonna give way to.
so
whatever
at
the
this point,
disease is.
right now, with the focus on COVID-19, I feel there's so much social pressure on each individual who,
Oh, yeah.
let's say, for example, in my circumstance, you know,
Mm-hmm.
being that I live with my mom, where if I ended up going out, I expose myself, I bring it home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have
I expose
so
myself too.
much. I'm not talking about work.
I'm not talking about the schools, Dre.
But nonetheless, it's like, you know, I've had you know, people express to me, it's like, hey, like, you know, if this comes back and it bites you in the ass, it's like I'm gonna be resentful, you know, and
Yeah.
it's so much pressure, dude.
Do you agree, Jimmy? Do you agree that like there's so much pressure going on? Are you receiving the same amount of pressure? Like, I mean, I understand, you know.
Even visiting your parents.
The elderly are more susceptible to all of this, and obviously the younger kids with low and the people with pre-existing conditions.
Low immunities
Now-
and whatnot.
Now, I have been visiting my parents, and thankfully, I mean, nothing has happened. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, I guess I haven't been as cautious about everything. I was thinking, you know, from the beginning, kind of like, oh, this, I mean, it isn't as serious as the media is making it out to be. Of course, people have passed away, and yeah, because of it. Then again, there's also a lot of people that have possibly been misdiagnosed and say, oh, automatically COVID-19, add another one to the list, when in reality it could have been something completely different.
Yeah.
And it's just because of the panic that people are being misdiagnosed, saying you have COVID-19, and then, you know, when it could have been something else that might have been treatable, and they just gave them the wrong medicine, or, you know, they didn't do what was necessary to be able to cure whatever that was going on.
You even have like this like child syndrome that's going around at this point
Yeah.
that they're attributing to COVID-19.
Okay.
But how do you know?
Yeah. What if it's just measles,
Or the same thing.
chicken pox, mumps? I'm not saying it is or
Big
it isn't.
dick
I mean,
disease. What's up? Oh.
wow, that was children.
Never mind.
It's like a children's inflammatory syndrome or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But from what I honestly stopped reading the news little updates that I've been receiving, and
Fake news.
Oh,
because
also,
you don't know.
Yeah. Also, they just last night they passed the second. They call it the Heroes Act. So everyone's getting another stimulus check. Yay for debt!
Hell
No,
yeah.
but both in the House and the Senate.
Yeah.
Oh no, it has to pass. It has one more. What is it? Which one is the?
I think it's
I
the
forget which
Senate.
one.
I think it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Senate.
it's
Senate.
not gonna
It has to get. No, it's not gonna get passed. Okay, so it got past stage one. It's got to go to past stage
I think Trump
2.
didn't want it to get passed.
I'm not sure,
it
but
had too much shit that the Democrats wanted. And
Oh,
it was
gotcha.
Like the
Yeah.
Republicans
and
are
everyone's like, nah.
Fuck that, we don't
The
need all
Senate
that
is
shit.
run by the Republicans
You know
right
what?
now.
So
they're just
nobody's
running
getting-
like,
nobody's
nah.
getting checked.
Republicans,
Oh.
Democrats, they're all the same.
God
They
damn
all
it.
want something instead of what
That's
people
what
want.
that's what they're saying right now.
Hey, honestly though, I mean, I wouldn't mind another stimulus check.
Nah,
or
man, no,
something.
thank you. No.
Nah, you don't want
Fuck
another
no.
one?
Get
Why
that
not?
shit out of here.
Why
No,
not?
that's debt, bro. We got to pay that
That's
shit
debt.
back.
Inflation later.
Yeah, man, I don't want to pay that shit back. I want to just save the money that I got now and then throw it at things that I want. Fuck that shit. I don't
Like
want.
hookers.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
cocaine.
Well, what about
Shout
the,
out.
what about the people that aren't working though? You got to think about that. Like you got to think about the people that aren't working right now because of COVID-19, not receiving funds. They need this money.
That's actually-
they.
yes.
If you're working,
But at
okay,
the same
how about
time,
this?
like,
how about this?
why-
If you
okay,
are working,
Then
if you
why
are
isn't
working,
it relief instead of a debt that I have to pay later?
You're not gonna have to pay it back, supposedly.
With tax? No. You pay everything back with taxes. If there's anything that's sure, you pay the government back for every cent that you take, guys. Don't get it twisted. They get their money back.
then I mean, what's the difference whether they call it relief or fucking?
Because one of them is aid, where you don't have to pay it back, and
Okay.
the other one is a stimulus
But
check
it's
that
still
you
the
have to
go-
pay it back.
but
Kinda like with Obama, they
but
just covered it
what
up.
What I'm hearing from you is like, doesn't matter what the government gives you, you're gonna have to pay it back.
Of course.
So
How
even
dare
if
you?
it's even if it's aid, you're gonna have to pay it back.
No. If they give it to you, that's one thing, and it has to be in writing that hey, this is for you, to spend it for food and whatnot. This was already in the fine writing of the first that stimulus care package. You have to pay it back, and I think next year or the year after that, something like that. But we're paying it back. Every
Okay.
single one of us that pays taxes, we pay it back,
Either way,
and
how
we're
about-
getting fucked.
And that's what I'm saying is like, how about this? If you're working,
No,
if you
God,
are
please,
working,
no,
if you are,
no,
if you still
no.
have a steady income, you don't receive it at all. You don't need to. But the people that aren't working, that have been receiving like unemployment, which isn't enough. Obviously, it's
And
like
some people haven't received
and some
unemployment.
people haven't been receiving unemployment as well. You know, sometimes you just need that.
The
yeah, you
numbers
might-
also actually show that people that are on unemployment are getting more than when they were getting when they
Yeah,
were employed
because
too.
they're getting the extra $600,
Yeah.
which is
It's
pretty
crazy, right?
Fucking awesome.
But that's just once, right? I mean, it's not going to be continuous.
that extra. No, yeah.
I mean, for as long as this continues. I mean, this is government mandated shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I mean, we
You're
hear.
looking until August too.
Yeah. I know I am because the schools are closed until probably September, through the summer for sure.
Oh, for real.
Yeah. So we
August-
have
yeah.
to. We have to.
August,
prepare- yeah.
LAUSD has.
Oh yeah.
been-
That's right. You're
August.
the-
He's,
yeah, August. So August. Everyone starts
he
going back.
exposes himself to children.
I know,
I
I
forgot.
No,
can-
but no.
Hey,
But
I get it. I can finally play basketball now on the courts.
No worries.
no, but officially now.
Are they here? I gotta go.
Officially now in the emails that I've gotten, you know, now they're telling us if you fall in that
Uh-oh.
category of 65 and above,
Uh-huh.
if you live with somebody with 65 and above,
Uh-huh.
you will now have to start using your benefits.
Oh
You will need to use your sick time. You will start needing to use that because they unfortunately are not able to cover that.
to cover everything.
And I
That's
think-
why I'm going to have to start going back to work. Now, do I feel comfortable with that? Does it matter if I feel comfortable? I need
gotta
a
get
paycheck.
paid.
I need I need to be able to help out. Like
Well, I mean,
I can't just exhaust my benefits. What if something happens and I need those benefits to during that time. You know?
I mean, if you think about it like this, okay, if you're comfortable enough to like start going out and going to the beach and hanging out with friends and whatever, then you're comfortable enough to go back to work.
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, if you're not comfortable enough to go back to work, but you're still doing all that shit, then I mean, come on.
Damn, if you're perreando.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking perreando.
I do understand that, but I'm talking about being exposed to the public versus being exposed to people that I already know have been sheltering in place,
which are your friends and are public.
I don't have many friends, to be honest, that I actually visit. I do have friends, but at the same time,
all your imaginary friends are.
So what? Yes.
JK.
I thought you were imaginary, for at one point.
Hey, what? That would be fucking trippy. What if like one day you wake up and you realize that all the friends that you had in your entire life were all fucking imaginary, and you've been in the same fucking place.
Damn, or you're in a mental institution.
Or all of your friends are actually people that work for the fucking mental institution.
For the hospital.
And like you've had fucking
We've
memories.
been here for years.
Yeah. Hey, Jason.
That sounds familiar.
This is 2005. Welcome to 2005, everybody.
I think it was a movie called. It was with Leonardo DiCaprio. It was called Shutter or something.
Titanic.
Like
Shutter Island.
Shutter
Oh
Island.
yeah, right.
Yeah, he thinks
The Reverend.
But
The Revenant.
But what if like, how delusional do you have to be like in order for that to happen? Like,
you have to be pretty
what's up?
delusional.
We have a
Hey,
show
what's
together,
up?
but you give me my medicine every day. Like,
Hey,
Right.
you want a beer, bro? Yeah, but it's like, this beer tastes awful. I know it's imported,
It's
bro.
fucking disgusting. I feel sleepy.
Yeah.
All right.
Surprise, motherfucker.
How about we get into a couple videos? We brought on a couple videos.
Okay.
But Dre left.
Let's not get abducted by the government.
All right.
And
Let's do Jay or Nay.
Fucking assholes.
Okay, so PBL,
motherfucker.
you're familiar with Jay or Nay. You've been on the show enough times, pretty
Have I?
much. And for those of you that don't know, Jay or Nay is essentially I'm gonna show, or whoever brings up a video is gonna
Really?
show the video, and then you have to determine whether it's fucking Jay.
I do.
Hell yeah, it's real, dog. What's
Yeah.
up? Some real ass shit, or Nay. Nah, that's some bullshit. Yeah.
Okay. What if I say nay every single time before you even speak?
Well then, I mean, you have a right to your opinion, I guess. You fucking
Don't
douche.
be bitch.
Plus, you have a right to be a fucking asshole. All the time.
That is good.
All right, but you know what? I posted this up on the Instagram website, a couple weeks back.
At the JAG Show.
And this is
THEE
a
JAG
video
Show.
from Lima, Peru. Okay? Peru, carajo. So
see.
this is from the motherland right here.
Shout out.
Your motherland, not mine.
Yeah. I call
Yo no
it.
soy peruano.
I call it the motherland, motherfucker.
Fucking natives, baby.
Yeah.
Fuck
What's
yeah.
up?
South and Central, baby. Remember, guys, we're all natives. Don't let them fucking separate us. We're all from the same
That's-
fucking area. Fuck
I'm
that
white,
shit.
So I don't know what you're talking about. Jay Wolby says, no POS, wow, que bueno, mejor, solo que mal, or whatever.
Hey,
And
I
then
know what you're saying.
Hey.
Jimmy looks like an imaginary friend from Inside Out. And yes. Jay Wolby said, Jimmy.
What was his name? Ping Pong? No.
Who?
The imaginary friend from In and Out. Inside Out? Inside Out.
Inside Out.
In and Out. In and Out.
Inside
Who's
Out.
the friend that makes
In and Out's the-
ping
In and Out-
pong?
In and Out's the gay porn you saw.
Oh, right.
Nah, what about
I totally get it
remember what was that movie called? Old school 90s. Drop Dead Fred. Remember that
Oh
shit?
yeah, right. Shout out to Drop
Remember
That
Drop
Friend.
Dead Fred?
It's about the girl. She was like an adult, right? But she
Yeah.
still had her
But
imaginary
she still
friend.
sees her imaginary friend and
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like he
I don't
starts.
want to see is that chick could get it. Crazy and all.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think so.
I'm pretty
She can
sure.
definitely. Yeah.
All
She
right.
could get it.
So this next video is from Lima, Peru, and it's a guy recording something in the sky.
Oh,
and actually,
guy.
there's a bunch of other people paying attention to this thing that's going on.
So it's
And-
like the Arizona Lights.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No. Essentially, it's lights in the sky, and it's during the day. On top of that, so check this out, and let me know what you guys fucking think.
They're not gonna think anything.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me just zoom out a little bit.
Oh, zoom in.
Oh shit.
Oh, boy.
Negative. There you go.
Alright, here we go.
Puras fallas.
Puras pinches fallas con usted, Jason. Carajo. All right.
Let's do it.
Hey, so you call everybody that follows the show jagoffs?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jagalettes.
All of you are my children, jagoffs.
The Jagalos.
Avistamiento ovni aquí en Lima hoy 20.
So you guys see those
Los
lights right there?
ovnis.
Objeto volador no
And this was
identificado.
back in
Hey, those
April.
are government flares, bro.
Nah, you know what? But flares don't stay in place like that.
Nah, yeah, they fall slowly, but they fall.
Yeah. And look, you notice
And
that
not
other
in-
people are paying attention to it as well. It's a short video,
All right.
but
That's
yeah, let's play it again.
Wait, April 20th, 2020?
Yeah, this
Dre
is
says,
this year.
"Yay."
Dre says, hell yeah, it's real.
Everything in my bones say it's real.
So,
Oh yeah, and there's people stopped. It hits all the marks,
Yeah.
right?
They're all looking at it.
they're all looking at it. They're all wondering what the fuck is going on. And it's a big giant.
What do you think,
circle,
Dre? It's
light-
right there. Look, people are looking like it's not like people, and they're not. They may
Nah.
not be freaking out because there's nothing really
Mira,
happening.
güey, ahí
It's a government.
Yeah.
It's a Peruvian government conspiracy.
I'm gonna give that one to Jay, homie, right there off the bat. What's up?
Hey, yeah. All right. Okay. So, what?
Oh my God.
PBL. What do you think?
I think it's a holographic projection,
Oh my
by the
God.
government.
So it's a nay for you?
No,
Oh
it's
my
a J.
God.
Oh, it's a J for you. Oh wow.
Oh.
Nice.
No, because I mean, it kind of correlates with like there was one sighting in what is it, the Arizona Light?
Yeah, I remember that.
And I mean, everybody saw it. Everybody reported it.
Oh my God.
What about
my
those,
God.
Dre?
Oh my God.
OMG.
I mean, that.
What about the Arizona Lights,
It's kind
Dre?
of indisputable.
That was reported.
in a sense. I mean, if you've seen a lot of people post the same video in different angles and different perspectives, then okay, I'll be quiet.
Oh my God.
No, but you have a point. You have a point. If
Yeah.
there's multiple videos going up,
And I don't know what's going on, but you even got the audience delusional because Lupe says Jay.
yeah.
Somebody gave
A
us
real
that.
one. A real one since day one.
Hell yeah.
Nah. She's
Así
always
What's
me
up,
gusta.
Lupe? Shout out to Lupe. What's up? Long time listener.
You know what that's funny is they don't.
once
they don't-
guest
they
on the
don't-
show.
To vote, they don't require a drug test. So you could be getting high.
In that case, they need to
Imagine if you had the peanut
Vape
cup
it.
before you made
Fill
a
out,
vote.
fill out the fucking paperwork.
dab it up.
Dab it up and then you vote.
Okay. So, two things.
No, just one.
No, two things. It doesn't look like flares because flares usually go up and then they come down.
And you have the
These
smoke
are
trail.
these are up
too.
in. They're staying in place.
Yep.
Now,
Are you sure about that?
it could be something that was created by, maybe the Peruvian military, the Peruvian government, some sort of aircraft
Are
or
they that advanced?
multiple aircrafts. That's the thing.
Think
It's
about
like
it, though.
I mean,
Parts are cheap
I
nowadays.
love my country, and I don't know how advanced they are in
It
terms
could be
of
a
technology.
drone with a light.
But
Yeah. It could be a drone, right, with a light, right, and it's just taking pictures of the city. It could be Peruvian military. Think about it. You could get parts from China mad cheap. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
not right now, but
Oh, yeah.
before the
Get
closure,
COVID parts.
before the
Hell
dark
yeah.
ages, right? You could get in 2 weeks, 2 weeks to 3 weeks, you could get parts to build shit.
Yeah.
So it's not. Nowadays in 2020, it's not really hard to fathom someone putting something that big and light that can fly with lights.
You know, I
know what I
actually heard of there's this. I'm not exactly sure if it's real or not, but there's this document, this PDF file that was able to be downloaded. It's called Project Blue Book,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
and
Project Blue Book.
it described about. Or actually, no. There was an actual Netflix documentary called the. Oh my God, I can't remember the name of it.
Project Blue Book.
No. But
Tiger King.
it talked about how. Oh man, he's my idol. Anyways,
Wow.
no. But it talked about how there were these government officials or government agents that would essentially feed information to delusional people to kind of discredit the whole UFO phenomenon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And one of the things was they would actually have helicopters with these light rigs to make people believe that they were actually UFOs. What?
Oh shit.
You know?
Okay.
So
no, and honestly,
Yeah.
that's a smart way of going about it. If you're a government agency, and there's you know that there is some sort of technology, some sort of alien technology, and it gets out, and you don't want the public to know, then those that have seen it, what are you gonna do? You're either gonna take them out, kidnap them, never seen again,
or make them believe,
or make them, look like they're fucking nuts. The perfect way of covering it up is like telling them, oh, okay, well, yeah, okay, sure, whatever the fuck you want to say, yeah, oh yeah, there's aliens all over, and in reality, they really are.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what happened in a lot of situations. This government, please don't kill me, but you're not the most reliable when it comes to telling the truth. And so that I totally would believe, if the government did something like that. Try to cover it up, make them look crazy, make them look like fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Why do you think people in Alabama are always fucking seeing, hell yeah, and then it had lights, and it was triangles and all that shit.
It's because of the fumes they're allowed to huff.
It's because of their cousins, bro.
It's because of hookworm.
Yeah, my cousin / sister / wife.
Try me, bitch.
Well, if she's
Try
fine.
me, bitch.
No, but it totally makes sense. Try to cover it up, make them look crazy.
You know what?
Stupid.
Yeah, who am I to say? Who are you to say? Really?
Well, yeah, exactly.
It could be real, it could be not. But I'll give it a J.
You give it a J?
I give it a J.
All right, Jimbo,
All right.
what do you think?
Yeah,
you
no,
gonna
Jay.
give it a J? Give it
It's
a
Dre.
J?
It's real. It's out in there in the sky.
It's real.
It's real. It's
All right,
real.
all right.
He has a hard on for
You
it.
guys are so gullible.
Maybe not gullible, because not all of them we say J to, bro. Come on now.
Most of them.
Remember, COINTELPRO. There's a lot of real stuff and there's a lot of fake stuff out there, my guy.
I agree, but this is not one of them.
All right, J off the bat. J from that song alone.
What the fuck is this? Oregon? I'm not
I'm
too sure if this is one of the videos that I sent or the ones that you sent, PBL.
First of all,
Please
ladies and
claim
gentlemen,
Oregon
it's about to
punch
get fucking spooky up in here.
Hunting.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Tienen
yeah.
fantasmas.
Okay.
Cheating.
So, I think this is the one about the cannabis shop that is haunted. So, for
Are
those
you
of
sure?
you that...
It does say Oregon pot shop, so it might be.
Okay.
It might be.
Okay, so there's this Oregon dispensary, and they have camera visual evidence of what is going on. One of the bud tenders, he was doing his job, whatever the fuck bud tenders do.
Yeah.
And when
Smoke weed every day.
something happens.
Hey, Jay Wolfie said take off his shirt. That shit would be fire.
Oh.
Well,
Mucha
again, hey,
Mucha ropa.
give me
Mucha
that
ropa.
money. I need money. Give me that money. Oh, damn.
Hashtag Jimmy's
Baby, put it
Nips.
away. You can't afford me, baby.
I like
What
it.
do you mean?
I like it.
He has 50 cents.
You guys, what? How much are we giving him?
$7, my guy.
Give it back.
My guy.
I dropped it. I don't know what the fuck it is.
$7.
I'll pick
I
it
think
up.
it was $7. I give you a maximum.
$7,000.
It
and I'll
was
send
8,
y'all.
bro.
Yeah, I was about to say a maximum of 8. If it was 9, I get that 9 back.
I got a receipt
Now-
too.
Son, where'd
Okay.
you find this?
So before we start this video, yeah, it's a shop. It's a dispensary, all right? And yeah, these motherfuckers might be high. Everybody has.
But they have
gotten high.
CCTV, right?
They have CCTV.
CCTV meaning it can't be manipulated. or
That's
anything like that.
exactly what they were telling you. This is an official video that cannot be manipulated. It's against the law to do that because this has to do with, the money.
All right,
The
all
money.
right.
So
We're going to have to check that out. Let's all right.
check this out.
Hannah
Let me
Banana.
know.
Shout out.
Hey, Hannah's giving a J.
Super Audio Puppy. Super Audio
In
cutie.
downtown Oregon City, there are
Chilling.
spirits afoot. At least that's the theory behind paranormal activity witnessed at 50 Trees, a cannabis dispensary.
What's gonna happen next?
No mames,
Tip jar on the counter.
Hey man, what?
Girlfriend or girlfriend?
Way.
Definite. All the girlfriends.
Girlfriend or
Yes.
girlfriend?
of
Multiple
course.
girlfriends.
All the girlfriends. My girlfriend, your
Falls off the
girlfriend.
level surface.
Okay, that just happened.
Then Andy remembered.
Okay,
the
that just
surveillance
happened.
cameras.
We saw the jar.
We saw the
Do its
jar.
thing.
Oh,
Not long after
damn.
that, this happened.
So-
Watch the pen cup. It's completely still and no one's around when suddenly
So
the pens
remember,
begin to move.
this is an official
And if you
video
think
that
the video
cannot
has
be
been
tampered
doctored
with.
as
It
a
is
cannabis
against the
shop,
law.
That would be against
It
the
is
law.
against the
Those
law.
are state-certified videos.
GM Samantha Davidson
Okay.
says at the turn of the century, this building space was
If we
used
can
as a
have our
pharmacy.
viewers
Feel like it's
chime
a
in and whether
pharmacist
this
'cause he
is
likes to organize
legit or
things.
not, whether we
I'll
can
leave it to the
change
ghost hunters.
videos, you know?
Oregon City.
You can't, right? Is that legal? Is that a legal
Rocky
thing?
Smith owns
Oregon
Haunted
City.
The
Oh, that's
paranormal
why.
investigator and
Diddly.
historian gives ghost tours and has heard many
It's
tales
against the
of
law
mysterious
to tamper the
happenings here.
video.
It's against the law?
That happens in a lot of these haunted places in downtown is because of that.
I totally don't have anything against gay people. I'm
Stop
just
it.
saying.
He does.
Good to know.
He totally
I
does.
love him.
Yeah, Pablo's a gay basher. Why the fuck, bro?
Wow. Wow, Pablo.
How
So
dare you?
disappointing.
I love him. Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and watch this again.
Oregon City.
Look at this.
No, we did see it. We saw the money. Like
Yeah, we saw the tip jar, the weed
the
jar,
tip jar,
the house
moved
weed
from the
jar.
edge, from one end
What's gonna happen
all the way
next?
to the end.
I mean,
We saw Jason's boyfriend.
See, look, he put it there.
What's his name, Jason?
Jar on the counter. Slowly,
In
it starts to move.
2,
That's Andy
3,
Gomez next to it.
As it was
4,
happening, I kind of felt like some.
5 minutes. 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes for that jar to move to the end and then tip over.
maybe it's a
Yeah.
new ghost, like in Ghost.
Okay.
They have to.
Okay.
There aren't any pennies in that jar.
It's weed.
It's fucking weed in there.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty good.
Or no, it could have been a tip jar.
You know what?
Uh,
It's CCTV video.
right.
Ah,
When
man.
it comes to CCTV, I really have like a good confidence in
In what
in the
they
footage,
what they
right?
put. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's the security cam for the.
I mean,
for the
it's
store.
high resolution.
Yeah.
It's high resolution.
Yeah.
It's not like it's. Can we see that the one with the second version where we see all of the guy, not on this side but on this side?
No.
So you want to see all of the guy?
I want to see the whole guy and all the
Jay
guy.
Movie says, give up that OnlyFans page preview.
Right there.
Mira,
Right there.
mira eso, mira eso.
Okay, that just happened.
Suddenly,
Oh my God,
the
that
jar
just
falls
happened,
off
you
the
know?
level-
Okay.
Somebody was like right here.
Suddenly, the jar
I mean-
falls off the level surface.
Okay, that just happened.
Then Andy remembered
Yeah,
the
right there.
surveillance
And like,
cameras.
we saw the jar. Do its thing. We saw
Do
the
its
jar.
thing.
I mean,
Do
was
its
it the
thing.
only?
We saw the jar.
La carita, güey.
Do its thing.
One more time, one more time, one more time.
he okay. Let's talk about that guy. He loves that camera right now.
We saw
He
the
loves
jar.
that fucking camera right
Do
now.
its thing.
Hey,
No, you know what? I'm gonna
I'ma give
say
you a
this. I'm
history
gonna say
and-
We
this.
saw the jar.
When it comes to gay
Do its
people, bro,
thing.
I believe
Not
them.
long after that, this happened. Watch the pen cup. It's completely
sample of the
still
year.
and no one's around when suddenly the
Do its
pens
thing.
begin
Pero
to
no se
move.
cae.
Hey,
And
yeah,
if
you gotta
think
get
the
that fucking
video's been
sample.
doctored,
That one and
do its thing.
Right here, right
We
here.
saw the jar.
Do its thing.
The
Saw the
surveillance
jar.
cameras.
Do its thing.
It's
Saw
just
the
Dre.
jar. Do its
Do its
thing.
thing.
Not long after
Dre,
that,
do its
this
thing.
happened. Watch
Of
the
All
course,
right,
we
all
come
right,
up
all
with
right.
a fucking song.
still and no one's around when suddenly the
Red
pens
dot.
All
That
right.
would be a good song though. Saw the
Daddy,
jar. Do
chill.
its thing. Saw the jar. Do its thing.
Oh shit.
Daddy, chill.
Jason's already thinking about it.
Shit,
All
I
right,
produced
so-
something like that.
Jay or nay? Yes, gentlemen.
Well, I
No
mean, what do you
Jay.
guys think?
Start with Jimmy. Start with
Honestly,
Jimmy.
Okay. So before I confirm or before I give it a J or nay, I want to make sure. Well, I guess not make sure, but if anyone out there knows whether that whole CCTV thing is real or not, whether you can like
confirm.
alter it after the fact, because again, this isn't a break-in and this isn't an employee stealing money. This is a
Right.
ghost thing, right?
Right.
So someone can take that file and do whatever they want with it, right? I'm not saying that that's what happened, but I'm just saying you can alter it after the fact, regardless of whether it's legal or not, because nobody's using this to make any money
Right.
aside from getting a little bit of airtime on the
See,
news.
The thing is, yeah, exactly. Look, the
50 trees.
The fact is,
Shout out.
the fact is, yeah, if you altered it, and it is illegal to do so, then why would you put it on the news? Like, isn't that an easy track to being caught?
People lie on the time. People lie on the time. on the
Yeah,
news.
but that would be kind of
Trump?
fucking stupid, like to do that. Like, here you go.
Okay,
It's
all right.
fake.
Here's my second question then. Why would anyone take the fucking time to fucking outwit this asshole or whoever's behind that video? You know what I mean? Like, why take the time to look into it? And whether that video is rigged or not, it's a waste of it's literally a waste of time. The guy
Resources.
took, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, people wouldn't waste their time unless this guy's like, I'm making money off of this. It's 100% real. You know what I mean? Right now, all he's getting is a few clicks, or this video or this news station is getting a few clicks.
The
So
news
what if it's real or
station-
not? They have to make ratings.
Yeah.
Ratings pay people, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, I want to see the ghost for this pothead. This pothead was he high? Was Johnny Stone or
Okay, so then if it's not real,
okay?
if it's not real, then how was it done?
Huh?
Because there's no wet surface.
There's no wet surface.
It
There's no
doesn't seem
strings.
like it's cut because he's in the video doing his thing. The
Yeah,
whole
yeah, yeah,
time
he's working.
while the jar is moving.
While the jar's doing its thing.
Doing its thing.
Doing his
Doing his
thing.
thing.
Hey, Jay Wolfie said he reminds me of the gay guy from Family Guy.
Wait, which one?
Which one?
The-
We
Oh no, that guy. Oh no,
That
that's
just
it.
sounds
Not a
like
Family Guy
something
guy. Nah.
Oh.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
PBL, what do you think? What do you think? You think?
Crap. I want to give it at least like a 3/4.
A
Jay.
3/4?
Yeah,
string?
you know why? Because I don't see that string, that famous string that we can, always use that bullshit ass line. There's no string. It's in the day.
Mhm.
It's with another person.
And then the
It-
scissor too,
it's-
the scissor movement.
And
Yeah,
there is
it's stationary.
Something else that's going on. It's in the pencil holder. The scissors start moving.
It ticks all the boxes. It's high resolution. I don't see another way of tipping that jar over, other than
And it took a full more than
vibration.
5
But even then,
minutes.
like yeah. And it was a slow burn.
You know
Like
what?
you said, it took 5 minutes for that fucking jar
in
to
a portion
fall.
of the clip, you can actually kind of see the display case. There's like a refraction or like movement
reflection?
on the actual glass.
On the glass?
Like on the bottom part where the pipes
Slowly
are.
It starts to move. That's Andy Gomez
Not
next to it.
there.
It's also that countertop is too thick to have a magnet under. You understand?
Suddenly, the jar falls
Right there.
off the level surface.
Okay, that just happened.
Then Andy remembered the
You see how
surveillance
right there?
cameras.
Oh
We
yeah,
saw
it's
the
moving.
jar.
Oh yeah, because it
Do
fell.
its thing.
Because it fell on top of the
It's
yeah.
a detail that you
After
probably
this
anyone who's an
happens,
amateur
watch the pen
would
count.
probably
It's
miss.
completely still and no one's around when suddenly the pens begin to move. And if you think the video's been doctored as a cannabis shop, that would be against the law.
And those are state certified
So I
videos.
guess
GM
only
State
if you're a
certified
cannabis
videos.
shop,
You can't.
you can doctor your videos.
You can doctor your videos. I
Okay.
guess. Because
Alright.
it does have.
You know what? I'll give it a J. I'll give it a full J.
All right. All right.
All right, Jay from
Dre
Pablo.
says no.
Fake ass bunch of bitches.
Are you serious? It ticks all the boxes, bro. I'm gonna give it a J too.
All right, whatever.
Dre, look at it. It's a live video. Okay, how would you fake it?
What do
then?
you think?
Nah,
Dan?
guys, give it a J.
Just let it do
Whatever,
its thing.
Hey, nah, yeah, just
Dre
let
says
Dre
Jay.
do his thing. Dre's just doing his thing.
Okay.
All right.
All
Lay it
I'm
out.
saying is, we're pretending like this is an actual news report from an actual blood dispensary. That's
Wow,
actually,
you're going deep. You're going
I mean,
deep.
they go fake as fuck. Is this really news?
Why wouldn't you go deep?
I mean,
What if this was the first video of actual ghost accounts?
Let's look up KGW News. Is that really on their website? Or is this some fake ass shit that, you know what I mean?
Somebody made up?
Some onion shit.
Oh,
It's
right, okay.
45.5K subscribers.
Yeah, 46,000 subscribers.
Uh,
The video has 54,000 views. It's fairly new with low views and low people. I mean,
All right, Lupe said that they say the place was haunted previously.
Oh yeah, so they did say that there was a doctor that worked there. There was a pharmacy, I guess, before.
Okay.
Yes.
And so there is some history. There you go.
It was a drugstore.
A drugstore.
Pharmacy.
I feel like it's the pharmacist because he likes to organize things.
Yeah, that
I'll
bitch
leave it
looks
for those
honest.
So there is a bit of
So
a
when
history.
she comes in, you're full J.
The story-
That bitch looks honest.
So,
Fuck.
no, well, when it comes to like buildings like that, oh shit, my foot fell asleep. My ass.
Are you
fell
doing this
asleep.
sitting
God damn.
down? What are you doing?
No, but when it
He's
comes,
just doing his thing.
when,
He's
I'm
doing
just doing
his
my
thing.
thing. But when it comes to like buildings like that, if there is a history involved, and sometimes shit. I mean, you never know. Something could be attached to it.
Doing his thing.
Especially if it was like an owner of a pharmacy, he's the owner of the building. He liked what he did. He did it until the day he died. So it would make sense, if you believe in spirits, that you would want to stick around to something that you love.
That's
Have
true.
sex.
I guess.
And having sex. Yeah. Having sex in the pharmacy all the time.
All right.
So that was that.
All right. All right.
All right. Keep on rolling. I think I deleted the wrong video.
Control Shift T.
Control Shift T.
And that opens the video or tab that you just closed, ladies and gentlemen. Tip of the day. That one's for free.
Control.
Just the tips.
Actually, is this the one that I
think this is the one that you brought on. So what's going on here, Pablo?
you
Just
know what?
a tip.
I don't know why I left like that. Anyways, no, well, I had seen this video a while ago, and I just kind of wanted to see what kind of reaction I would get from you guys.
Okay.
What it depicts is, I want to say it's unsolved mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
But it's CCTV footage of a security guard that claims he was abducted and that experienced a loss of time.
Okay.
But he's able to actually correlate
Is this
that with... Yes, it
Okay.
is that one.
Okay.
He's able to correlate it with actual CCTV footage that he submitted to Unsolved Mysteries.
Okay, so let's check this out. See what's going on with
Doing
this
his thing.
motherfucker
Doing
getting
his thing.
abducted. And if you have an
They
opinion
were doing
about
their
this
thing with him.
or anything that we're talking about, please hit us up at area code 323-743.
And then credit, of course, to
3731.
Finding UFO, because they're the ones that posted it.
Yeah, here we go.
No, Super Audio Network, nigga.
Of course. Dre Day all day.
Anonymous letter in the mail. They received many letters like this, but this one provided enough information to warrant.
This just sounds like Beyond Belief, fact or fiction.
Beyond Belief. Okay. Yeah, Unsolved Mysteries.
Shout out Beyond Belief.
The letter was accompanied by a tape which allegedly shows the abduction.
There it is, Dre.
Oh,
What
yeah,
else do you want?
paranormal, whatever.
VHS.
4 black and white pictures.
Doing his thing.
How
So
dare
on
you
top
be
right hand picture.
Doing this thing.
Racist.
The worker walks right to left through a gate. He disappears here in a flash of light
Oh.
at 11:16 p.m.
Yeah, the bomb
The tape
goes off.
continued to run normally until almost 2 hours later. Then the victim reappears in a second flash of light, now in a fetal position.
What the fuck? He
moments
just
later,
appeared out of
now
nowhere. He throws up.
Yep.
Ah, way.
He gets
Stabbed
up.
right to left, out of frame.
What the hell happened here?
According to the author of the letter, the footage was copied from a surveillance system. He reports that soon after the incident, the victim abruptly quit his job and moved away. We provided it to some experts for their analysis. Yvonne Smith is a well-known
This shit's from the
hypnotherapist
fucking
and UFO
90s, bro.
researcher. That counsels abductees.
That was before fake news, you know?
This is back in the days when Faces of Death was real.
Yeah.
Shout out Faces
Wow,
of Death.
wow.
Shout out Churro.
Wait, it's not real?
They suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Something happened to them, externally happened to them, that they don't maybe quite remember. But they know they became ill.
Was that a shot at
They
Godzilla?
know that, you know,
That's what it looked like. Little fucking lizard.
they came back and there was one
Karen,
o'clock in the
stop
morning
lying,
when
Karen.
they always
Fucking
open the
Karen.
gate.
Karen's talking to
Fucking
people
Karen.
again.
13.
Speaking to her fucking manager.
It's 1 o'clock in the
Karen, we
morning,
told you to
and
stop saying this
my
shit,
stomach.
Karen.
What happened
You told us it was a
during the
hobby
missing
only, Karen.
time? Abductees
Karen,
claim
that
they've
was
been
Dan
rendered
molesting
immobile,
you.
transported to a lab,
With the flashlight.
confronted by alien creatures, and taken to an operating room where the real terror begins.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
So essentially,
all right,
that's what the video is.
So the guy's working, right? He's working late at night, and then, bam, a flash of light. The guy's gone, and then
the video.
the video kind of like fucks up, but is according to that to the narrator, the video keeps running regularly, normally for the next 2 hours, and then all of a sudden the guy
another flash of light.
and another flash of light. I didn't see the second flash
Yeah,
of light.
I didn't
by
see
the way.
the second one.
But the guy appears again, and then he fucking proceeds to
Fetal position. Vomits.
all over the fucking floor, and then he gets up all woozy and walks away. They
Stumbles out of frame.
Stumbles, yeah.
All right.
Stumbles out of frame.
Stumblies.
Jimbo, what do you think, man?
This one,
it is very old, by the way. It's fucking VHS type shit.
It is.
For
it's a
those of
straight
you
VHS.
that were born, or are way fucking young and don't know what the fuck VHS is, it's another
It's
type
a
of
video cassette.
Yeah.
It's a primitive Blu-ray type
Ask your
shit.
parents, kids, what a
talk to your
VHS
parents
tape
about
is.
what.
It's a
It
magnetic
stands for
strip.
very crappy resolution.
Yeah.
No, that's a VCR.
Yeah, that's what we're watching, no?
We're watching
it's off of
through
No,
a VCR.
no, that's a VHS.
Oh, yeah. Stimulate your senses. You got me. So, very horrible resolution. Sorry.
No, but
Shout out to Preston Bruin.
Yeah, shout out to Preston Brewing.
So yeah, that video was pretty old, and VHS was a lot harder to
To
document.
manipulate, to be honest.
Yeah, to manipulate. What
That's
do
what
you
she
think,
said.
Jimbo? You're the video expert. Honestly,
I'm gonna tell you right now that shit is easy to make.
With the VHS?
Yeah.
Why is that?
You could take 4 videos, or you could even rent the setup. Just pay a warehouse. Hey, $50, $100 for the night guy.
Okay.
Take a couple dudes out there, one strobe light, bam.
Okay.
You know, you can't fake it.
I saw that movie.
No, but okay, but
A couple dudes and a couple beers, you know.
that would be
Yeah.
right now.
I
Then.
rented
That
that.
would be something
Wait,
you
that-
can do
that-
right now.
Well, yeah. You
What
can do
about
it,
like
you can
back
do it
in
with
the
those
90s?
kind of videos?
But what about back in the 90s? Because this show was back in the 90s.
Yeah.
This video was legit
You
back
could-
in the 90s.
You could do that.
You could do that back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's,
All right.
it's easy, but I'm gonna give it a nay on that one.
It's not what you think.
Yeah, I think it's exactly what.
Got him! Got him!
I think that.
That shit's cold. Is this supposed to be hot?
Okay. You know what? I mean, with what Jimmy said, I mean, if it is easily
Manipulatable.
Doctored,
yeah,
manipulated.
considering that it's VHS, shit, it could be
Surprise,
easily
motherfucker.
manipulated. I'm gonna have to give it a semi-nay.
Oh.
A half chub?
A half chub.
A half chub.
So yeah, same.
I mean, shit.
We never played the theme song. You guys are assholes. Go.
We
Yeah,
sang it.
we sang it.
You
You
sang
left
it
the
like
room.
the moment that you
left
left.
the room.
Yeah, actually we did.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that asshole. I mean, it's a given, but yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could get
Set my heart.
an actor, to play, a hardworking individual, and yeah, if you can manipulate it, then you could.
I get it. That was oatmeal that he threw up.
Hey,
You know,
it's all right. It's your first video, buddy. It's okay. Okay, so that's a nay. Although that doesn't, mean that everything that is. Oh, we got a phone call.
Ooh, we have a phone
We
call.
have a fucking
Wow.
phone call.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
But it's still connecting.
Hello, what's up, guys? It's Lupe.
Hey,
what up? Shout out to a real one.
Shout out.
You guys sound very, very low.
I'm sorry?
Oh, we sound very low.
Technical
Hold on one second.
difficulties.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
I think.
And
Okay.
how's
Now
that?
you guys sound good.
Hey,
Perfect.
hey, girl, I always sound good.
No, he doesn't.
What's up, man? What do you think about the video that PBL brought over to us today? About the
I think nobody.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I think nobody's talking about the resolution on a '90s surveillance camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks it looks too comparable to a surveillance camera right now.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's a good point. That's a good point. And so
Like,
either
there's not, if you check out, because I just Googled 90 surveillance camera resolution, and I Googled, and some of them look very, very by far worse in the 90s than the resolution that was shown in that video.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then another thing is, a videotape, a VHS cannot hold 2 hours of surveillance footage. You know what I mean? And I think the lady mentioned that. So I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense because I know VHS couldn't hold 2 hours of footage.
VHS.
Somebody who used to make backyard wrestling tapes, depending on the quality you record it could do 2, 4, or 6 hours.
That's true.
Oh, like the resolution.
I think it was
that quality
SPLP
was way too good.
Yeah, something
was
like that.
way too good to be the 90s. You know what I mean?
It was kind of clear.
Okay, so in other words, PBL, you're full of shit.
Yes!
Yeah. Tell him, Lupe. Tell him.
Tell me.
And then it reminded me of that one. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Somebody recorded like them being, I wouldn't say abducted by aliens, but they were like on a Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys ever saw that.
Thanksgiving? What?
Wait. Are you?
It was like.
Is it the family that was abducted? You know what? I saw
it was
that
on Channel 13.
Yes, I saw that.
Back in the 90s?
Yeah.
And the whole family was abducted by aliens?
and one of the dudes, like the young guy, right? The young guy of the family.
It ends with the person in their bedroom.
And
with him turning to the door and the alien closes the door.
Yeah.
You know what? I saw that video. And that shit terrified me as a kid.
Why do you have to bring that up, Lupe?
Yeah, I know. And it reminded me of that. That's how I was like.
But you know what?
Remember that video of those kids in the forest? And then they were running, and when they had snot coming out their nose?
Oh, Blair Witch.
Wait, wasn't that the Blair Witch?
Yeah, Blair
Project?
Witch. No, but you know what, Lupe? I watched the same video. They claim the same thing. It's like, you know what? This family disappeared, and then on top of that, they sent the video, according to them, to experts, and that they could not see or could determine whether or not that video was actually tampered with.
Okay, so either the person that the expert, so-called expert, was a piece of shit expert, or
and it was a legit video. It had so many special effects too.
But how are you that expert? You know what I mean? It's like, how do people come to your office and be like, oh, excuse me, Mr.
Expert, video expert.
You know?
I think they just pull it out. And like they just wave it around.
His resume, right? His
this is
I remember Hulk Hogan.
Can you show
Macho
me
Man Randy Savage for the belt?
Hell yeah. I think you're right though.
Tape,
PBL, they just pull it out and they just went. Hell yeah.
15 years of video expertise in your face.
I know.
Literally in your face.
But she brought out an excellent point. To be honest, that's really awesome.
No, yeah. No,
it just reminded me of that 90s alien video where that family was abducted. And,
you know what? To be honest, I don't remember that video. Like, I have to check it out now.
Yeah. I'll link it to you. I forgot what it was. It was like family.
Scary.
It was like family
it
something.
It scared me.
It was like the Robinson family abduction.
Scared.
Yeah. It's like an hour.
That gave me fear
for quite some time.
of like coming out into the middle of the night. Just to go into my backyard.
You know what show I used to watch that was pretty much like showing like
girlfriends?
Yeah, my girlfriend and
living single.
No, I used to
Party of Five.
Party.
That's why.
Hell yeah! What you know about Beverly Hills 90210? Or what is it?
One Tree Hill.
One Tree. Dawson's Creek.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Gossip Girl, bro.
House, cut the crap.
No. Barbed Wire.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, Sopranos.
Anderson.
Oh, I used to watch Sopranos. Hell yeah.
No, Tropic Thunder.
Oh, that was a good. What you mean, you people?
But yeah, it was that was a good video. We couldn't. At the time, we really couldn't tell whether it was a real video or not.
Oh no, you know what I was thinking of? Tropic Paradise with Hulk Hogan.
That's Tropic. Yeah, Tropic Paradise. Yeah.
Back to you.
I'm like, if you guys have younger viewers, you guys are gonna have to explain who these people are.
Yeah, that's true.
Hulk
That's
Hogan
true.
was a wrestler.
That's why I was saying, for those of you that don't know what the fuck a VHS is, you're too young to be watching this fucking show.
Just
dude.
type in the names.
Open a
put
separate tab.
Pop culture 90s. You'll be good.
Open a separate tab. Keep us on and type in these words: VCR, right? AOL, right?
VHS.
Yeah, the show sightings. The show sightings.
Sightings. That's what I was gonna say.
Sightings
That's
and
the show
Beyond
that I used
Belief.
to watch all the fucking
Friday
time.
nights at
Scare
8
the
p.m.
shit out of me,
you
dude.
turn the fucking lights
Outer
off.
Limits. Outer Limits.
Outer Limits too.
Limits.
But see, sightings presented it more like a
documentary type.
Yeah, it was like unexplained mysteries. It was like it was like ocurrió así.
Oh, yeah,
it wasn't
yeah,
really news, but it was like topics.
Ocurrió así.
Yeah, it was like Al Rojo Vivo,
That
but
sounds
in
like it
English.
should be a
Primer
song.
impacto.
Primer
Ocurrió
impacto.
así.
No, ocurrió así was more serious.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was
Ocurrió
or some shit. Yeah.
Nah.
Ocurrió así.
Why do I sound
stupid.
Japanese?
Yeah.
Ocurrió así.
Maybe in Peru.
You sounded more Japanese than anything.
All right. I don't want to get fucking racist anymore. Anymore? No, but Lupe,
Like
thank you.
I met my quota.
We've been racist and
He's been meaning it.
Lupe,
No, but you know what, Jason? You should watch that video and maybe talk about it next week.
Okay.
You know, if you've never watched it, and I would watch it as
Yes.
well,
You know what?
'cause I haven't seen it since the first time I saw it.
I haven't been able to find it, actually, to be honest.
You know what?
My brother has it. My brother has it.
I'm
So
pretty
gonna ask him
sure
for it.
it's
He
on
has
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Send
sure.
it to the show.
Yeah, no. If you can't
Send the
it to the
VHS to the show.
Hell yeah, send.
Record it. Send it to us.
Send
Write
that
a letter.
shit.
Write a
Hey,
letter.
Don't forget to rewind that shit.
Yeah, because then we're not going to accept it. If it's all the way at the end and I got to rewind it, nah, fuck you. I'm going to send it back with a
Hey,
big
I still
fuck
have a
you.
VCR, bro.
But Lupe, you know what? I'm pretty sure it's one of those things where, like, as soon as I see it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I fucking remember.
Yeah, I think so. I
Yeah.
think everybody saw this.
Okay.
Everybody.
It was like a
Okay.
2-hour
Everybody was
special.
scared.
I
Oh,
think.
yeah,
Everybody
it was
saw
long. It was
And
a
it
long
was
one.
pretty much them holding the camera, but they were.
It was the youngest guy.
Okay.
And he
Okay.
was like a
Yes,
film
it was
nerd.
like a home video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It starts off with them like being at home, doing their own little
It
celebration.
was
or
like
whatnot.
Thanksgiving or some shit.
And then,
Okay.
and then they
And they're like,
they-
get the camera out of my
no,
face, Chad, or so whatever.
something like that.
Chad!
Then the
Fucking
lights go
Chad.
out. The lights go out. They say, oh, it must have been a transformer, and then they go out into the woods.
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they,
yeah,
and they
yeah. Uncle
see
Chet.
this like shit.
Aunt
right?
Barbara.
Okay.
And there's
you know what?
two-
This
there-
is sounding more and more.
Grandma.
There's two aliens that are
Okay.
at
The
the, base
spaceship.
of a cliff or something.
No,
right?
no, they see the spaceship.
Yeah, and they see the aliens inside, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
inside of each other.
But they
Yeah.
see two
Oh,
aliens
yeah,
They
like,
catch
or
'em fucking-
at the bottom, right?
That's why they get mad.
Of the cliff, and they're cutting with a laser like through a like a cow
Your
or
penis?
something.
Oh wow.
Yeah. No, they're
Cow's
no.
penis?
You
That's
see
why I
them-
don't have a
Yeah,
penis,
yeah,
Jason.
no, well,
Please.
that's exactly the video that I'm talking about. Yeah.
So then they notice the people.
Not the not,
They notice
No,
the people.
you said it. You said it. Cow's penis. Too bad. La 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 la.
Playing
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
we should look it up and well,
I'm down.
you're not gonna spend
Hey,
2
wait,
hours
wait.
showing the
Hey,
video.
Jay Wolvie, how come GameStop hasn't delivered my package? Back to you guys.
Talking to Jay. Hey Lupe, thank you so much for giving us a call and putting that input and
definitely
shutting
gonna do
Pablo
that.
the fuck up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stupid ass.
Fuck you, Pablo.
Well,
I always welcome that.
what do you think? We're trying him out. He's a guest. He's a guest host right now. You know, he's trying his best. He brought up, some good content, and we appreciate that. But what do you think? And if you say nah, fuck that fool, then he's out. Don't worry about it.
I'm listening.
I got you.
well. Nope. I'm sorry, Pablo, but it's the name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. Sorry.
No, but it's okay. It's okay. The next footage from the 90s. We're all gonna
See how you fucked up, Pablo? You see how you fucked up?
Okay. So she wants current. She wants like new shit, right?
Yeah, because we kind of. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but we kind of seen this video before on the JAG show. We've seen it before. We've been over it before.
No.
No.
Wait, which one? This one? The one that he showed right
the
now?
vomiting guy. We've seen it before.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I didn't.
Maybe.
I didn't.
don't
Okay,
remember.
I apologize.
Anyway, Lupe, thank you so much for giving us a call. You can give us a call anytime, and you're always welcome to be a guest on our show. You know that.
Thank you.
Yeah,
definitely.
come by anytime, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, so I guess
All right,
no
guys,
Apollo
thank
footage.
you.
Thank you, Lupe.
Bye, Lupe. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you, Lupe.
Before she said Lupe said take off your shirt.
Take off your shirt. Jimmy's nips.
Hell yeah.
Mucha ropa.
Buy me a car.
All right.
Done.
And I'll do whatever you want.
Be my sugar daddy.
Sex.
What?
Okay. So I have.
It's a good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
shot in the back 5 times.
let's see. Okay. So this next video, is pretty much 8 more minutes. Okay, so this will be the last video. This next video is a paranormal group.
Okay.
That's exploring a pretty much a ghost town, and so they're at the cemetery of the ghost town, and the place that they're investigating specifically right now is a little area in the cemetery called Murderer's Row.
Shit.
So essentially what they did back in the day is if you were a criminal, they would put you in a separate part of the cemetery, and they would put you on criminal next to criminal, like that.
Right,
So it's an entire row of a bunch of like murderers, and pretty much it gives you the names, or sometimes they don't give you a name at all on the
It was over 100 years old,
and
right?
it was over 100 years ago.
dare you.
Like some of these are like from 1870 fucking whatever.
Damn.
And so this group, they decide to go over to one of the graves. They just pick a grave at random. The one that sounded the most
horrible.
Horrible, yeah.
Damn.
This guy, this fucking murderer, got shot like 5 times in the back.
Goddamn.
In an ambush.
But he was in an ambush, and he was a fucking dirtbag. He was a murderer. And so they decide to use one of those EVP
Right.
The spirit
electronic
boxes.
device. Yeah, the spirit boxes.
Gotcha.
So for those of you that don't know what EVP, it's electronic voice phenomenon. And so essentially what they use to communicate with the spirit world. And it goes crossing different channels at a high rate of speed. And you ask questions, and supposedly the spirits use that
Push the words out.
to push the words to communicate with.
Well,
you.
I mean, the whole reasoning behind that is that if they're going through the frequencies very quickly, it's really hard for, let's say, radio frequencies to emit, let's say, a word, and have it come out throughout all those frequencies. So if you do hear something, it's scanning through the frequencies.
Yeah, because when you hear it, right, the voice, the voice box,
the spirit
voice
box?
the spirit box, it'll go through each channel, so you hear as it's flipping through the channels, and as you're going through the wavelengths of all the radio stations, right, there's millions and thousands of words going on at a second.
Right.
So the idea is that the ghost, the spirit, the energy will push particular words between those frequencies.
Multiple channels.
Via multiple channels,
actual
so that you can get a response. So it could
to
be
the
like,
question,
a lyric from a song, what? And then a commercial on the next one is life.
Penis.
Penis. Jizz. And then, pushing whatever the spirit wants. So that's the idea behind that particular spirit box. That's what they did here. They just went, hey, asshole.
Yeah, so they put the spirit box on top of the criminal's grave, on top of his fucking grave, and then they were just asking questions. The guy's name is John, I believe, the dead guy,
Yes.
guy.
Okay.
And so they're asking, hey, John, what's going on? And so they get a few responses, and I don't know what you guys think about it. I thought it was pretty interesting. So did PBL, because we saw this beforehand. Because Jimmy's a bitch.
I am a stupid little bitch.
Yeah, but
you're
check
not.
this out. Let me know what you guys think, and if anybody else does, wants to chime in, you could always just text, live comment,
chat.
Let us know what you think about this. This is an EVP recording at a ghost town. All right.
I want to set it up on Like it's the worst person that's probably buried here. Yeah. There was a name.
The
I don't
worst
remember what the name was.
douchebag.
Was it Hirsch? Was it back then?
Douchebag. Fucking bullshit whoosh.
How dare you?
So we were actually looking for a grave to set up the spirit box on and try to make communication. However, when we had our guys behind the scenes take a look at the footage, they caught something that we didn't at the time.
Oh yeah, that was that as well.
So yeah, as they were looking for the grave, they catch something else. And
oh shit!
So check this out really quick too. So they're running, or they're not running. They're walking, and then you can see that it kind of disappears. They go back, and you don't see anything anymore. But you see something like a misty thing against the gate.
A figure.
Yeah, a figure.
Something there.
Oh, I
moving
see.
away from the frame right there. And it seems like, I don't know if it's smoke. It looks like a smoky thing, but I don't see anybody else over there smoking a cigarette or anything like that. I mean,
well,
shit.
I mean, they're there by
Or
themselves,
dust.
purportedly.
Yeah, so according to the video, yeah, they're investigating just the two of them, so there should be nobody else, ahead of them.
Ah, you
but
fucking
they saw
asshole.
that fucking figure.
John Bass will give him a shot.
John Bass.
John Bass.
We thought that was
The Bass is John.
particularly
John
violent way to die, so that's kind of why we went down that road.
How dare you?
John, why are you here?
You know what? This was interesting.
Sometimes that goes off.
Bullets.
Did you hear that?
Okay, so essentially, this guy is dead because he was shot.
In an ambush.
He was shot in an ambush.
Oh, damn.
And so they asked him, John, why are you here? And the response was, help, bullets.
John, are you a killer? Look at what? Look at what? All I heard was look.
Maybe it was that mask or whatever.
I don't like when the spirit box tells me to look. Yeah, you know? Look at what, Don? Hey, John, let's play a game. My name's Casey, and this is Tanner. Can you say one of our names if you're there with us? Hey, John, let's play a game.
They said it before he even.
Yeah, so the guy's like, let's play a game. And then you hear the spirit box say, Casey, and then the guy goes, my name is Casey. So the spirit box said Casey before the guy said his name.
Yeah, he said, my name is Casey, and
So
this
is it a J or an
A?
So that's the thing is like,
I think it's more compelling once the temperature is affected.
So we're running kind of out of time right now. There is a temperature drop as well. And there's more things to say that the spirit box says. There's another section where the spirit box says, oh, it's a gathering of spirits. And they're putting that together with look behind you.
Oh, okay.
The spirit says, look behind you. And so it's a gathering of spirits.
And there was a point where, he specifically asked, hey, can you bring it down as far as the temperature-wise, to a -1? And it goes down to 1, and as soon as he tells him that, he tells him, okay, well,
it
can
goes
you bring
lower
it down
and
to
lower
2?
and lower and lower.
It went all the way down to -5.
Okay.
So
Crazy.
I mean, temperature drops like that are necessarily
normal.
Yes.
So it seems like, in regards to the responses, I mean, some of them were kind of compelling as far as like the name goes, and why are you here, bullets, I mean, it kind of goes. It's not like a straight answer, obviously. It usually never is a straight answer, to what your question is. It's very rare, and if you do get that, that's the holy grail of fucking EVPs or whatever.
Yeah, of course.
But
direct responses.
It's still pretty interesting, it still kind of connects. And so I brought this on. What do you think, Jay or nay?
These are hard, because they go back to like that whole condition with your brain of pareidolia, where your mind makes it looks for patterns, right?
Because we're matrixing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So you kind of like see the pattern there, and like you kind of make things out to what you want it to be.
Right.
So it's really hard. Again, it's kind of like that situation where you see something and like, how do you explain it? How do you like, even if you have videotape, like it's hard because assholes like me are gonna be like, okay, but you could have faked it.
Yeah,
it's just doing its thing.
I'm just
it's doing its
thing. And I can give it because it's hard because that Casey answer, right? It's super hard. So I'm gonna give it half a J. I'm gonna give it half a J on that one.
All right.
Yeah. J, half a J, right?
Nope.
All right.
PBL, what do you think? J or nay, really quick.
Okay, well, I mean, I did see the video with you, so I do have to give it a J.
All right.
Just because of the temperature drop, and, they eventually did do a Ouija board session with it.
Nope.
We couldn't finish that, but.
All right, well, that's all the time that we have. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to another episode of The JAG Show. Thank you to PBL for being the guest host tonight. And we'll see if any other night. According to Lupe, nah, fuck you.
Wait, do we have to listen to Lupe, though?
I mean, this is pretty important. I mean, you want to impress us?
We want to make the fans happy, bro.
Yeah. Thank you. You can always find us on Instagram at The Jag Show, on Facebook at The Official Jag Show, at Official Jag Show, on Twitter at Official Jag Show, and as always on the Super Audio Network YouTube channel, superaudionetwork.com. Hit that like and subscribe button.
What?
What happened? Are we off?
Oh.
Oh,
wait. Something's happening, guys.
Thank you, guys. And until next time, we love you. Just doing my thing.
The guy that had the show, was it Super Audio Network? I like this weed-friendly fucking rules.
Happy to be here with you guys. Yes? Yeah. I'm just sitting for my kids tonight. Hell yeah. By that I mean I have my oldest kid watching my youngest kid right now.
I'm originally from the South, and my parents just always got words and phrases wrong. Like, whenever I was growing up, whenever my dad had beef with somebody, he would say he had a hard-on for that person. He'd be like, yeah, Bill the neighbor? Guy keeps putting his leaves in our yard. I got a hard-on for that guy, and it's not going away anytime soon.
Do you watch those like ghost shows, like Ghost Adventures or like Ghost Hunters? White people think, got it.
I don't give a fuck, man. I think it's just because of where I'm from and like what era I grew up in. I'm from a time where the best child care was just leaving your kid in the car with the window cracked.
Being a woman, also like a comedian, it's hard because I don't know if you guys know about the Me Too movement. You're well aware. Guys are not in favor. You're looking at me like you agree. You agree. You don't agree. You're like, fuck women.
Can somebody take a picture of me, please? My girlfriend needs to prove that I'm doing comedy.
My uncle's trying to be like nice to me. Every single guy here is gonna be able to relate to this in a moment. My uncle came up to me trying to be real nice. He's like, hey, mijo, you got fat? But it's like above fat.
I'm just lucky there's other Asian people here.
In case one of you motherfuckers go home and get the coronavirus, I'm not the primary suspect, okay?